FIVEAA Sports Show.
Weekday afternoons from 4.
On FIVEAA. Always Adelaide.
Escape to the Mediterranean in unrivalled luxury with Explorer Journeys and Phil Hoffman Travel. Sail aboard the ultra-luxurious Explorer One from Barcelona to Rome and enjoy elegant terrace suites, all-inclusive dining, unlimited beverages, Wi-Fi and more. Book now to save up to $4,050 per stateroom and receive up to €700 onboard spending with the Platinum Cruise Club. Now from $7,125 per person twin share. Departing October next year. Conditions apply. Visit pht.com.au today.
When you renovate a home, you're going into full-time rubbish production.
How so?
The first stage of renovation is demolition.
We make that junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
When they begin installing the upgrades, a second mountain appears.
Construction scraps and packaging rise into the sky.
We make that mountain disappear too.
All you have to do is point.
We make room for possibilities.
We make room for possibilities.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1800gotjunk.com.au.
The very latest news and information. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
A shower or two today, a shower or two tomorrow and 17. With the 3 o'clock news, good afternoon, I'm Mel Usher. A 16-year-old has been arrested allegedly carrying a knife at Edwardstown. The youth was stopped for a random metal detection search on the Adelaide Seaford train this morning. A knife with a 20-centimetre blade was seized. The teen has been charged with carrying an offensive weapon in a prescribed place, issued a 3-month transit barring order and will front court at a later date. It's been a hive of activity on North Terrace this afternoon. The locals say no to Pauline Hanson protests taking place. SA students walking out of class to attend. Melon Gate continues. The Prime Minister has referred to a statement from Japan's ambassador when responding to questions about his melon gaffe. Anthony Albanese appeared on a podcast where he gestured in front of his chest while discussing the gift from his female Japanese counterpart. The opposition has again used question time to demand an apology, accusing the PM of hiding behind his female colleagues. But Mr Albanese has told Parliament the two nations have a strong relationship.
The Ambassador for Japan made a very clear and unequivocal comment yesterday publicly about these issues. The visit of Prime Minister Takaichi was an extremely successful one.
The opposition says it's ridiculous that drones have been able to fly over restricted defence airspace. Close to 150 drones reportedly flew over Australian military bases during the last year. The ADF says around $7 billion is being invested in counter-drone capabilities to help protect personnel. But Shadow Industry Minister Andrew Hastie says the federal government has come late to the party.
The fact that our bases are still unprotected, that you can just fly a drone over the top of an ADF base probably anywhere in this country, I think says everything about Albanese government's priorities when it comes to defence. It's not acceptable.
Tech giant Meta has removed access to more than 756,000 Australian Facebook and Instagram accounts it assessed as belonging to children under 16. More than 500,000 of those were cut off before the social media ban took effect. Meta says it's using AI to scan profiles and posts for clues about the user's age. Well, Taylor Walker's retirement has its own line of merchandise. Kendall Brettig has the details.
The Adelaide Football Club has announced a range of goods to commemorate Tex Walker's retirement. Top of the list is an official Sharon with its special retirement design. That will set you back $265. There's a range of T-shirts and hoodies and scarves as well in navy and white featuring a silhouette of Tex with his number 13. Then there are stubby holders, mugs, pennants and even a bobblehead. The range is available now on the club website.
Now turning to 5AA sport, and Australia is 8 for 185 just after tea on day one of the first test against Bangladesh in Darwin. Steve Smith still at the crease, both Marnus Labuschagne and Mitchell Starc out for just one. Well, two AFL Premiership players have announced their retirements today. Dion Prestia will finish his career after Richmond's clash with St Kilda at the MCG on Saturday, while Steele Sidebottom has told his Collingwood teammates he'll hang up the boots at season's end. The LA Lakers have new owners. More from Lily Greer.
The former CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, has entered into an agreement to purchase the LA Lakers, and he is not doing it alone. He's joining forces with Joshua Kushner, an American businessman. Some of you out there might know him as the husband of supermodel Carly Kloss, but he is also the younger brother of Jared Kushner, who is US President Donald Trump's son-in-law. They are spending an eye-watering amount, $12.5 billion to buy the Lakers, and what that does is sends the team value up by around $2.5 billion. It was sold little more than a year ago for $10 billion to the owner of the LA Dodgers.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Afternoon, a crash is in at Taringi with delays on Norton Summit Road near Glen Stewart Road. Burst Water Main very slow this hour at Paradise, Lower North East Road near Darley Road, and very sluggish too at Kilkenny for Region Telecommunication Works, David Terrace Road near Kilkenny Road. Busy South Road, Edward Sound slow, Brighton Road, Brighton with the camera Horsey Road, Elizabeth East. More power, less emissions. BYD Sea Line 7 Premium, $54,990 drive away with free on-road costs for a limited time. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
That would be the traffic. Now the weather, a shower or two, 17. Today, a shower or two, tomorrow, 17. Saturday, cloudy and 17. And Sunday, also 17. Right now, it is 16 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglis. Tonight, SA's One Nation leader joins students protesting Pauline Hanson. Watch them go toe-to-toe. See the testing of Australia's first lunar rover right here in SA. Where to score the best bargains in the after payday sales. Plus, we're with the Crows in Perth as Tex looks to convince the coach he's good to go. 9 News. Your news. 9th at 6 on 9 and on 9 now.
What if I told you it's easy to create your new kitchen or laundry project? Well, say hello to Cabinet. Custom cabinetry made easy. From supply only to full installation, the team at Cabinet can provide a quote with a 3D design of your project within 24 hours. And for a limited time, you pay what the tradies pay. So order and install now and host this Christmas at your place. Visit the Maylands Design Studio today or head to cabnt.com.au. Conditions apply.
For seafood that looks and tastes like it came out of the ocean this morning, go to McGill's Fresh Seafood, because chances are it did. Find McGill's Fresh Seafood at the top of McGill Road in the McGill Village Shopping Centre. Owner Andy is originally from Port Lincoln with over 40 years of experience in the fishing and seafood retail industry. Fresh seafood bought daily from local suppliers, sourcing Australia-wide, then processed on site. Expect the best at McGill's Fresh Seafood. Bought today, sold today.
Mannix are Adelaide's home air conditioning specialists. And now, with our 5 warehouse sales outlets around Adelaide, it's easy to drop in and get Adelaide's best prices on roomies, splits, ducted systems, portables, spare parts and more. Be assured, Mannix have all the big brands with prices that beat the major retailers every time. You can save hundreds. Celebrating 60 years, nobody beats Mannix. See for yourself and get a free quote today.
What if the director's commentary revealed more than the movie ever intended? Commentary is the wickedly funny Australian play starring house husbands and underbelly favourite Guyton Grantley. As Nick records commentary for his film, the story behind it begins to unravel. Gripping and packed with twists, it leaves audiences questioning who's telling the truth, who owns art, and when creative freedom becomes exploitation. Commentary plays at Dunstan Playhouse, August 21st to September 5th. Book now through State Theatre Company, South Australia.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Local, topical, fun. This is Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in on this Thursday. It is 10 minutes after 3. I do apologise to everyone who's been trying to call us. We have some unusual situation with our phones where we can't call in, we can't call out. So I do apologise for that. We'll endeavour to get that fixed well and truly before the sports show, albeit Tim, Stephen and Sam can talk to each other for 3 hours. In the meantime, though, we have some great guests for you that we've been able to kind of get in touch with. So you'll be able to just sit back and listen and enjoy as opposed to being interactive with us this afternoon, because we're going to speak to Bridie Carter later this hour. On the weekend just gone, McLeod's daughters celebrated their 25th anniversary of the very first show. 2001 was season 1, episode 1 of McLeod's Daughters. And so we'll speak to Bridie, who played Tess for 6 of those seasons. So we look forward to that. And we're also about to speak to the Mayor of the City of Port Adelaide Enfield, Claire Bone, because Claire has an exciting weekend coming up, as does the entire Port Adelaide district. Lovely to have you on, Mayor. Thank you for your time.
So great to chat. Thanks, Lee.
We are heading to Port Adelaide, are we not? We want to see 8 giant neon frogs.
It's fantastic. They're actually already there setting up and they look terrific. I was just catching up with someone at the local pub, Port Admiral Hotel, and looking up Commercial Road North. It is quite the sight to see, but I'm sure it'll be even greater tomorrow night when it all kicks off after 5 o'clock, and it will all be illuminated and all sorts of activities are going on.
So, Mel, we have at the moment on our live stream, Facebook and YouTube, your team were very kind to send us some photos of them already ready to go. So there's the one by the Lighthouse and down by Carmine and Co. I mean, there's Low and Slow. I mean, do you know what? You could almost put them up permanently, Claire, and just have them as a tourist attraction. Maybe not all of them because it would be bad for traffic. But, gee, it looks great, doesn't it?
It looks absolutely fantastic. It does. And, you know, we've thought about all sorts of things to be able to activate the area, and maybe giant frogs is the thing to keep. Who knows? But, yeah, we're really excited about what's to come. It's all happening from Friday, Saturday and Sunday night from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And lots of the local businesses are getting ready and activating in all sorts of different ways. There's markets and live music and illuminated art. It's, of course, all part of SALA as well. So if you want to get around and see more of the port, there's tours going on. For quite a few years now, we've done a SALA After Dark event where people can do tours and go and pop into different venues, grab a drink, grab something to eat and check out the local talent and not so local talent, of course. And it's just a fantastic night and the weather's going to be beautiful. So we're really excited about this new activation that's in place.
So, you know, what's interesting. Every time we speak to the team from Illuminate, we say, what a great idea, because traditionally through the city in wintertime, you know, it's cold and it's dark and maybe people aren't getting out. I mean, Port Adelaide has so many great business and restaurants, so people are still getting out in wintertime. But what a great excuse, Mayor, to get out there, free events, family events, you know, as you say, lights and sound and music and fun and food and all the rest of it. Why not get along for the River Night Walk?
Absolutely. And also, if you're going to stay for a meal, make sure that you book a table somewhere, because every weekend our venues are booking out. So don't be disappointed. Don't come down thinking you can just pop into local pub, because you probably can, but you might not get a table for a while. So make sure you book a place to eat as well. But, yeah, we're really excited about the enthusiasm that people have behind this as well, because the port, there's so much happening. It is growing, it is evolving, and it is a beautiful place to be. And events like this give people the excuse to come and check it out if they haven't been to the port for a while. And it also allows for those of us who are Port Adelaide people to feel really proud about the place and know that, you know, we can come out and enjoy the place every night of the week, but something special is happening just in our backyard.
So, you know, Mayor, I take my daughter every year. We love your Wonder Walls festival, where you get to see all the street art through Port Adelaide. And it's a great walking area of Adelaide. It's one of those ones where if you're born and bred in the port, if you've been occasionally, if you've never been, you know, just go on an adventure. And I imagine part of the SALA Festival to be much the same.
Yeah, absolutely. You can pop into the Visitor Information Centre. It's open 7 days a week, and there's maps of all sorts of different walking tours. There's also bicycle riding tours. There's all sorts of things and places to see, and quite often we don't notice things until we're sort of told that, oh, yeah, you know, that's there and that's there. There's cute little cafes that are in pokey little spots, and it's it's a really great place to be.
How important is that for you? So you'll get, I read somewhere that you might get 10,000 people across, you know, the weekend, for people to gather and to interact and talk to the locals, be they artists or the people telling the stories, or, you know, friends and the businesses down there.
Yeah, we're certainly hoping for that number. There's no reason why not. 10,000 people over 3 nights is quite a realistic, ambitious number to get to, but I'm sure we will. It's really exciting to see opportunities like this for people to come out and enjoy. Car parking, of course, when you talk about 10,000 people, you want to know where all the car parks are. There should be a new car park opening up right there on the dock in time for the event. We're really hoping that the local developer has that open. We're just not quite sure. But otherwise, there's, of course, Harts Mill, there's a shopping centre, there's the new Port Dock rail line if you want to take the train in and do a short walk. And then from there, you can find all sorts of amazing spots. I can't name all the businesses because I'll get into trouble if I say favourites here, won't I?
Well, you know
there are some beautiful venues. It's really fantastic.
You know where I always get a park mirror is near the Travis Boak mural there. I guess Harts Mill, that kind of area.
Oh, don't give away your secrets.
Oh, okay. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. No, maybe I shouldn't. Do you know?
That's a perfect spot. It's a really good spot to park.
Do you know much about the individual programs? Or I guess people will find out, like there's night walkers and there's shorelines. There's a whole number of Sala events, aren't there, this weekend
There
for you?
are, yeah. There's some illuminations on buildings. There's also 3 artists who are doing some work that you can actually watch them creating the work at that point in time.
Yep.
We've also got the escargot snails, which are lit up snails who'll be walking around. We have workshops that people can participate in. Of course, there is that walking tour I mentioned before with Sala. What else have we got? There's live music. There's a market which is being put on.
Yeah, which is a local establishment. Yep.
That'll be very cool. And a local market which is being put on by the Port Admiral Hotel themselves. And that will be lots of cute little bric and brac and homemade goods that people can come along and check out too.
And you would know this from your own people in your own district, Mayor, that anything for free in this day and age with the cost of living crisis that we have, the fact that people can make their way to Commercial Road and to Black Diamond Square there, they can go and they can just enjoy this, take the kids, great for the socials. You know, everyone's on the gram. Everyone likes to have photos for their social media, so it'll be a fun pick a day, Friday, Saturday or Sunday to the port.
Every single night of the weekend, it will be happening. Come on down. You might even want to come back again, bring a picnic one time and pop into a local venue for the next.
Now, I don't want to get you in trouble with your local businesses, Mayor Claire Bone, but give me one. Like, I had not been to Carmine and Co. before. And oh my Lord, the pizza was unbelievable. And then the low and slow, you know, the American food, and all of that. Have you got don't say a favourite, but like if you're bringing people to the port for the first time, where are you sort of heading them? In what direction?
Oh, I'll have to list a few. So if you want fish and chips, you have to go to the local fish and chip store, which is amazing, which is just down on the dock.
Yes.
We've also, it's very good. If you want a bit of grease, it's very yummy. Of course, Pirate Life do an amazing job of highlighting the port. And the Colac Hotel is a recent acquisition, which we've had, which is a complete new overturn of the old Colac. They've kept that heritage facade, and it's just remarkable when you walk in. It's a really amazing job there. And then there's little pokey ones. So you've got the little wine bars and 10-gallon hats, and Banksia Tree are staying open for that night. There's lots and lots going on, and lots of businesses who are fabulous, and you've listed off some of them too.
Yeah,
so,
well done.
Yeah, really happy. Lighthouse Hotel, that's been an amazing long-term business here in the port too. So get on down, check them out.
Yes.
And if you can't come this weekend, make sure you get down another time because it is a really great place to be.
Yeah, no, it's a credit to you and your council and all the team. Like from as I say, the street murals. I've been to the, when you have your Sandcastle Festival down in Port Adelaide that were in the Harts Mill for a while there.
Yeah.
And now you got this, which gives people, again, something else to do during the winter months. So it's a great initiative. I hope it goes really well, and I'm sure that it will. And hopefully we'll get there across the weekend, Mayor, and bump in and say hello.
Thank you so much.
See all the locals. It'll be fun.
Lee.
Appreciate it. All the best.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Claire Bone is the Mayor, the City of Port Adelaide and Enfield. Folks, and if you're watching our live stream, YouTube and Facebook, thank you, Brooklyn. Have a look at those. Look how cool that looks. Giant inflatable frogs. They would look even better at night. So there's one that I guess is twilight there, just by the lighthouse. But that's the beauty of SALA, the South Australian Living Arts Festival. You know, to be a part of it, you just got to be alive and an artist. And from South Australia, you can be part of it. But why not make a weekend of it? Get down to the port. Cost effective because the events are free. And you can just walk around and then support one of the local business if you wish, depending if you want a sit-down meal. Probably better to book because it'll be busy. But if not, as the Mayor said, fish and chips on the water would be nice. Well, we're checking out River Night Walks, part of the SALA Festival. 8 giant neon frogs amongst a number of artworks that are there across the weekend. Friday to Sunday, 5:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. is where you'll be able to see everything. Commercial Road, Black Diamond Square, Port Adelaide. And again, the cost is free.
FIVEAA is your home for AFLW football. Catch Crows and Power games live all season.
Thanks to Barnacle Bill, serving South Australians quality seafood and much, much more for over 50 years.
As a South Aussie-based not-for-profit health insurer, Health Partners isn't just your health partner. We're your tooth-checking partner, hammy-stretching partner, chart-squinting partner. We're your bone-mending, script-filling, arch-lifting, giving, salad-suggesting, generous limit-giving, member-supporting, SA-loving partner. So for great value health cover, there's no better partner in health than Health Partners. Health insurance made human.
If working with NDIS plans is a source of confusion or frustration, there is an easy way forward. At Complete Care, you're given a client service manager. Think of them as a concierge, there to assist and recommend services as they're needed, from cleaning and home maintenance to social support and transportation. They're essential to our clients and always available to their loved ones. It's just one of the things we do that sets us apart. Trust client service managers from Complete Care with a K.
This week at IGA, there's Quilton White 3-ply toilet tissue 36-pack, $19 each. Can't believable prices. Now at your local IGA. Offer ends August 18. Participating stores only. Excludes IGA, local grocer and Foodland.
Here at FIVEAA, we're all about supporting local. Adelaide Active, supporting your health and well-being with clinical rehabilitation, hydrotherapy and personalised care. Start feeling better today with Adelaide Active.
Your NDIS funding could be doing more. Just Therapy helps participants get greater value, more regular support and more from their NDIS plan. They'll match you with a quality therapy assistant to help work towards your therapy goals, or a mentor to build skills, confidence and independence. There's less waiting, straightforward support and real people you can contact when you need them. Just Therapy. Your success is our goal. justtherapy.com.au.
You might remember MedicAlert as the bracelet that said asthma or diabetes or penicillin allergy. But MedicAlert has upgraded. Today, MedicAlert wearable accessories can connect first responders to your private medical profile by QR code. You control the information, you keep it updated. Because in an emergency, the smallest detail can make the biggest difference. MedicAlert is no longer just a bracelet. It's your medical story. View the range of wearables online at medicalert.org.au.
Automasters is proud to announce the opening of our 100th branch, and we're celebrating with a $100,000 giveaway. Service your car at Automasters before September 30 and you're automatically in the draw. 100 winners, $1,000 each. Automasters $100,000 giveaway. Book online or call 1300 Automasters. See website for terms and conditions. SA licence T261278.
You can feel the difference.
5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
22 minutes after 3, just before we speak to Aidan Hill from The Advertiser, who was at today's rally. Incredible numbers that we saw via the photos, and you'll see that in the paper tomorrow. You'll see it on the news tonight. Just a couple of text messages quickly. Lorraine, we're feeling for you. Lorraine has got her Charlesworth lollies ready to make her feel better. She fell backwards over a footstool, hit the head on the tiles and broke her wrist. Lorraine, sorry to hear that. Hope you're enjoying the show with the Charlesworth there. Our anonymous text message is back. Said a One Nation supporter was escorted away after confronting the speakers. The students were very peaceful. We'll ask Aidan about that. And this one from Sam of Newton said, Leith, go and get every jab that you want, but don't force your views on others or belittle people. You're a typical lefty and it's annoying. Thank you, Sam. Sam, I'm being facetious, but it does make me laugh. It's so hypocritical for people to turn away with vitamin injections for their kids that we know do good things for babies, or vaccines from medical professionals. But if it's a jab that makes you look hot, they're happy to stick it in them. That was my point. Tongue seriously in cheek. It just makes me laugh. They're picking and choosing when it comes to that. But thank you, Sam. I appreciate the text regardless. Aidan Hill from the Tizer was at today's rally. Joins us this afternoon. Lovely to have you on, Aidan.
Yes, lovely to be with you, Lee.
How was it?
Well, it was quite loud, to be completely honest, and very large. There was probably more than 1,000 people outside Parliament House. Big mix of university and high school students all there to protest the rise of Pauline Hanson One Nation.
Peaceful, or were there sort of agitators on both sides making it a little bit of a powder keg, or was it a pretty peaceful demonstration?
Well, not wasn't really two-sided. It was, I'd say, 99% people against Pauline Hanson. We did see one man who decided to get up there and had a few words with the organisers. Not sure exactly what those words are, but he was promptly escorted away by police. There was a, peaceful inaction, maybe not in words. There are a lot of chants that, for the sake of your listeners, I won't repeat on live radio. But needless to say that a lot of people not very happy with the way politics is going at the moment.
So that'll be interesting when we read your article tomorrow, Aidan, or tonight online. You'll have to put the bleeps in, I guess.
Yep.
Was it overwhelmingly university students? Was it a mixture? Because the criticism from AA listeners has been that kids should be at school. Was there a lot of high school students, do you think?
Yeah, I'd say it was definitely 50-50, if not more, actually skewing towards high school students that were out, simply because they were all in school uniforms, so it was a lot easier to tell who was a high schooler.
Sure.
But definitely more high schoolers than I was expecting.
Did you get a chance to speak to individuals? Like, were the schools okay with the kids taking them out?
Well, I'm not sure how the schools feel about it, but I know the students were certainly very happy to miss school. They were all excitedly telling me that they were supposed to be in English right now, were supposed to be in maths, but had managed to weasel their way out of it. They were all very happy to talk, and they're all pretty much of the same sentiment, which is, we need to take a stand because we don't like the way things are going with Pauline Hanson.
Is it Pauline as such, or is it One Nation, or a combination? Because I sort of, having had Jordan on the show who organised it, Jordan Armstrong, he was sort of the indication he didn't want Australia to become like America, and he felt that Pauline was the Donald Trump.
Yeah, that was certainly the sentiment of the crowd. There are a lot of posters with both Pauline Hanson and Donald Trump on them. A lot of chants of, F Donald as well, if I can say that.
Okay.
And so, yeah, very, very similar sentiments.
Right. Is that it? Is it one and done? Do you know if there are future protests planned?
Well, at the very end of the protest, after they'd marched up King William Road and down Rundle Mall, they started chanting, "We'll be back," very Arnold Schwarzenegger-like, and they've said that they will be back on September 17. They'll be doing another nationwide student protest. So, yeah, this is just the beginning of this.
Wow, that might be exam time for some, so hopefully they don't go. Exams might be a bit more important. But did they do the Arnold impersonation or no? No, just a
"We'll be back." Maybe it was just for people like me that like those sort of movies.
That's it. Hey, nice little reference. Nice little Terminator. Yeah. Aidan, appreciate your time. Thank you for taking our call. We will check that out online on the Advertiser in Adelaide now, and we'll read your story in the paper tomorrow. Thanks, Aidan. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All the best. Aidan Hill from the Advertiser, reporter, was there today. So the figures, again, how do you count a figure of a protest like this? But we are being told somewhere around the thousands mark, 1 to 2 to 3,000. So I guess we will see when it all falls out. It is interesting. There was a text here. Where is it? I thought this was a little mean from one of our text messages. Oh, here it is. Leith, they should have scheduled exams today for the students. Well, don't you think it's good that the kids are being part of the process? This is what politics is all about. A lot of these kids are getting towards voting age. The university students would already be of a voting age, but I get it. You don't want kids out of school if they don't have to be, but I would imagine there'll be less high school students, or I would hope, in September, because that is exam time. Thank you for that. We'll take a break. 3:30 headlines on the way with Mel, and then we reminisce about 25 years of McLeod's daughters.
Hi, Sam Tugwell here. Life gets busy, but that doesn't mean you have to miss out on the latest sports news. With the 5AA Player app, you can listen live wherever you are, catch up on your favourite shows, and stay across all the latest news, sport and conversation. Whatever you're doing, it's all right there in your pocket. It's free, simple to use, and built for busy listeners just like you. Download the 5AA Player app today and stay connected anytime.
The 5AA Player.
Don't you just hate it when your joint pain slows you down? For the relief of pain and other symptoms associated with mild arthritis and inflammation, try Arbor Vitae. Like Glenn.
I've been using Arbor Vitae Joint Health for over a year now, and what a difference it's made to my life. Prior to using Arbor Vitae Joint Health, the pain level in both knees, both hips, my lower back, upper chest and fingers was in the high 8s and 9s out of 10. Now, by taking approximately 30 ml of Arbor Vitae Joint Health each morning, my level of pain would be no higher than 2 out of 10. Incredible. What a difference. My life has completely changed for the better.
Wow, that's wonderful.
I can now move about quite freely with a four-wheelie walker and even one walking stick if necessary. I now play my Yamaha keyboard every day, providing me and others with the enjoyment of live music again.
What a great result.
I'm not one who normally recommends natural health supplements. However, FIVEAA Joint Health is a wonder that's given me, at 78 years old, a completely new lease of life.
Just like Glenn, FIVEAA could have a positive effect on your life too. FIVEAA is available now at all major chemists and health food stores. FIVEAA, it's wellness backed by science. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the news headlines. A 16-year-old has been arrested allegedly carrying a knife after a random metal detection search on the Adelaide Seaford train. Tech giant Meta has removed access to more than 756,000 Australian Facebook and Instagram accounts it assessed as belonging to children under 16. 40th anniversary Whispering Jack merch has been announced. And in sport, Collingwood veteran Steele Sidebottom and Richmond's Dion Prestia have announced their retirements today. The 5AA forecast, a shower or two this afternoon, a shower or two tomorrow, 17. Right now it is 16 degrees. We'll have more news at 4 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
You're going to get your Farnham merch? You're a merch girl?
Well, it does look impressive. It's just been revealed this afternoon, and there's new albums, and there's mugs, and there's pins, and there's anything you can put John Farnham's face on.
What's your prize merch at home? Have you got a T-shirt that you love that you'd have something from Madonna or Kylie, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I do have a few things. Probably one of the ones nearest to my heart is a signed photo of Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah, that's...
From the Dick Van Dyke Show, him and Mary Tyler Moore, and I love that TV show, and I have that framed in my spare room, and I didn't get to meet Dick Van Dyke, but I do have his autograph.
He's still alive.
I know.
He's 100.
I know, and I love him. He is pure sunshine.
Just got to get past his wife.
Yeah.
She won't let us go anywhere near Dick, unfortunately. Lovely. Mel, before I let you go, what were you doing in 2001? Do you remember?
Ooh, I was at 5AA in 2001.
There you go.
And I was reporting on 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what else I was doing in 2001.
On that depressing note, I was hoping you'd say I was watching Channel 9 on a Wednesday night watching McLeod's Daughters when it launched.
Of course.
Thanks.
Well, that as well.
It would have gone so much better if we rehearsed that. We're going to reminisce next with Bridie Carter.
The Red Hot Summer Tour presents a mega hit show headlined by the Queen of Rock and Roll, Susie Quattro. With very special guests, John Stevens, the Screaming Jets, Baby Animals, Rose Tattoo and more. Susie Quattro, Down Under 2026. Seppeltfield Wines, Barossa Valley, December 5. Get your tickets now at facetofacetouring.com.au.
Show the Bulldog spirit and give a mighty roar!
Belonging like this doesn't happen by chance. Belonging like this takes people like you. Become a local AFL coach or umpire today. AFL Play, built by belonging. Visit play.afl/belong to coach or umpire where you belong.
Always relevant. 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
All right, so let's go on a nostalgic trip. You can hear us, of course, on your DAB digital radio on the 5AA Player app, but it is now worth tuning in to our live stream, Facebook and YouTube, because you're about to see one of our favourites on television, because 25 years ago, the weekend just gone, August the 8th, 2001, it was the first episode of an Australian drama series that aired on the 9 network. Let's take you back. Let's have some memories of McLeod's Daughters. So that, for those on the live stream, it'd be nice if I had the audio, but it isn't working. That's okay. I'll fix that up in a second. That is the theme for McLeod's Daughters. McLeod's Daughters, Episode 1, Season 1. It was titled Welcome Home. where the estranged half-sisters Tess and Claire reunited at Drover's Run, the cattle property there, after their father Jack had passed away. My guest played Tess Silverman McLeod Ryan from 2001 to 2006, over 146 episodes. Bridie Carter, lovely to have you on, Bridie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Leith.
God, look at you. You haven't aged. You look exactly the same as we saw each other last all those years ago on Drover's Run.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but I have been working on my farm today, and I thought, I'm not even going to have a shower. What you see is what you get. So this is my, homage to Tess McLeod today.
Well, beautifully done, Bridie. Can you believe it? 25 years, quarter of a century ago, season 1,
I know,
episode
you're just
1.
making me sound really old, though.
Oh, man, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy. Time certainly flies. But no, I can't believe 25 years has passed. It's ridiculous.
So you'd done a lot before you came onto the show. Neighbours and Home and Away, Water Rats, All Saints, Murder Call. You're in films like Fresh Air. Then tell me about 2000. I'm guessing Shanahan's, your agency, probably got a script or you got a chance to audition for this show in South Australia. Can you remember that time?
Oh, vividly. I had just got back from America. I was very much in debt because I had spent way too much money. And I arrived back at the end of 2000 and my agent said to me, there's this horse show in Adelaide and they've been auditioning for yonks and they haven't found their leads. Do you want to audition? And I went, oh, yeah, sure. And so I read this pretty miraculous script and I went and auditioned for Tess and did quite a few auditions. And then Posey said to me, do you want to audition for Claire as well? So I actually auditioned for both roles.
Right.
And then she said, what role would you prefer to play? And I said, I think Tess, because I really loved her journey from obviously city. She had a great transformation.
Yeah.
And then they obviously put Lisa and I together. And I think the rest, when they saw Lisa and I audition together and the chemistry we had, it was kind of like that was it. So I remember it vividly.
Yeah, and the chemistry between yourself, Bridie Carter, and Lisa Chappell was excellent, wasn't it? For so many did you, like so many others that I discovered over the time, did you lie on your CV about being able to ride a horse, or could you ride when you got it?
Well, no, Lisa and I absolutely both lied. I certainly did. I had ridden as a kid, but that's not really horse riding. And I will tell you a funny story. Lisa and I started pre-production way before anyone else, like, I don't know, weeks and weeks and weeks. And they sent us to a property in New South Wales first off and videoed Lisa and I horse riding and sent it back to Channel 9 and everyone had a total heart attack. And that's when we were sent out bush to Clare in South Australia, near Clare, to our beautiful wranglers, the Willoughbys.
Yes.
And Lisa and I went to Bill and Barb Willoughby's property and we stayed there and we just got on that saddle with Bill. And that was the very beginning of us, the two of us, learning to ride.
There are so many heroes behind the scenes of the McLeod's Daughters experience, but not many better than Bill and Jim Willoughby and the Willoughby family, because for anyone who is a huge fan of the show, you're allowed to sort of canter, weren't you? You could sort of trot, but when you see those scenes, all of a sudden the wigs came out and whoever had a similar body shape to yourself or to Lisa or to any of the other cast, that would be them, because you weren't allowed to ride, I guess, insurance reasons, full bore on the horses.
Well, things were slightly more lax back then, I will say.
Right.
And I did a lot of, I always pushed to do all my own riding, but we all had very specific doubles. So Alan Heath and Jenny Heath. Jenny Heath was my double. Alan was another one of the wranglers. And no, they did incredible work, especially when we had to do sort of jumps and very dangerous stunt work. We all had a double. Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's so great to watch now and to revisit all of those. Did you have any idea, had you ever been to Gawler before, Bridie? Did you have any idea of the Gawler cold and the Gawler hot that you would experience?
No, I did not, although I did grow up in Melbourne and I do equate your beautiful South Australian summers and winters to, it's kind of like Melbourne, we're all down south. I'd only been to Adelaide as a little girl and so I hadn't, no, and I fell in love with South Australia, with Adelaide, and part of my heart I think will always be there, and I have people like yourself, but other people who, for me, a family, particularly my makeup artist, Susie Warhurst, her family. They are my Adelaide family.
Well, that's what it was like, wasn't it? Because you spent so much time together where you would have a situation where you might be in a paddock in the middle of winter or a paddock in the middle of summer. You know, there's a crew of 80 to 100 odd, and then you get to go to all those great little country towns around the area, Bridie, like Mount Pleasant, where the house was, and Two Wells and Wasleys and Kapunda and Freeling.
Yeah, particularly when my son Otis was born, I was back on the set when he was only 4 weeks old, which I look back now and go, that was the most ridiculous thing anyone ever suggested. I don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
However, I had my beautiful mother-in-law and my husband, and every weekend, because my son was so little, we obviously didn't fly home every weekend, and so every weekend we would trek off through the beautiful South Australian countryside, through the Barossa Valley, and go to all of your beautiful wineries and restaurants and your landscape. And so I really saw a lot, not only filming, but in my downtime as well. And I will never forget the vastness when we'd film very early in the morning, and we'd be there, and I'd be on my horse at sunrise watching the sun come up, filming and going, how good is this? This is my office. Like, I was just so very grateful, actually.
100%. And I say to a lot of people too, Bridie, so I've been at the radio station for 26 years coming up this September, but as much as, you know, and I love it, don't get me wrong, I'm not sure I've ever had more fun on a job, to be honest, of those 2 years that I spent with you, because it felt like, now I had a very social job being able to drive and sort of, you know, hang out with you guys, but it just felt like school camp every day, to be honest. And then one of you would have to go off and film a scene, and then the rest would just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, I think, look, for Lisa and I, because we were always A storylines, there was no downtime.
Yeah.
So for me, it was one of the most grueling jobs I've ever done. But I am a workaholic, so it suited me really, really well. So I loved the challenge of that. And like you said, we shot entirely on location. We were shooting, you know, on film for the majority of the series back then. And it was, you know, it was challenging. But my experience of life is often the more challenging, the more rewarding. And I've never done another job like it, and I probably never will, is the truth of it.
And maybe, I'm not sure if other shows are like it too, where, so you lived in Tennyson at the time, and then Aaron lived in Gawler, and Simone lived in Lyndoch, and the girls lived, Rachel and Michaela lived in Norwood, and Miles was in Norwood, and Brett was in North Adelaide. Like, it was literally just right across South Australia, so there were little bits of McLeods everywhere for a long chunk of time.
Yeah, that's very true. And I also I lived in the city at one point. I lived in North Adelaide at one point. And then when Otis was born, I lived in Gawler because it was way too hard to have, you know, a very newborn baby. And, you know, Main North Road,
yes,
Leith, we know that road very well. Very well.
Yep.
And with a newborn, I didn't want to be going up and down Main North Road.
No, I can understand that. I understand that. Bridie Carter is my guest. She played Tess Silverman McLeod Ryan, 146 episodes over 6 years, from 01 to 06 as we celebrate 25 years of McLeod's Daughters. It's hard to believe. You had so many great storylines, Bridie, as Tess, from deaths and weddings and a baby and a half-sister. Are there stories or memories that stand out to you? I always think of people laying flowers at, you know, the quarry where Claire's car went over the cliff. The wedding, obviously, was very popular with you and Miles there at Mount Pleasant. Are there storylines that you look back on fondly and remember?
Yeah, I mean, the episodes I am the most proudest of and the ones that I adore the most will always be the same. And they're the ones, you know, I can barely talk about without crying, which is Claire's death.
Yep.
And then the episode that came after that where her ghost came back. That for me felt like the epitome of this great ensemble coming together, from the amazing scripts that were written to the direction to the whole crew coming together. And we had this really ominous fog. Filming, particularly the scenes with Claire's ghost afterward on at the funeral stuff. But shooting that stuff with Lisa and I was very, you know, neither of us will ever forget that, because for the two of us, we were saying, Tess and Claire were saying goodbye, but Bridie and Lisa were also saying goodbye. So we didn't have to, you know, pull tears from anywhere. They were just there. And, you know, I'm so very proud of that. But on the other side of that, of course, you know, I loved all the big action stuff. Like, I love the silo episodes. I love the fire stuff. You know, we got to blow stuff up. I got to use a gun. I got to, you know, it was just amazing, what I was given to do. There was drama, romance, comedy, slapstick, action, the lot. And I think that was, the wonderful thing about it. And the other thing, the most important thing is we put our heart and souls into it. And we were a family, and I think that's why today audiences, it's like it's still filming today. I mean, it's so crazy, is because they really deeply connect with it.
Yeah, 100%.
And connect with the heart of the show, which is ultimately about families and relationships. And when the chips get down, you all stick together, and life is fantastic at some times and horrible at others, but you do it together. And that I love that. I love that story.
Was it easy being romantic with Nick, Alex and Dave the vet when they're like your brothers, annoying brothers offset? I mean, that's part of the acting role, I guess, isn't it? But it was like a family. So Aaron and Miles and Brett, it was like best mates. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit like kissing your brother.
Yeah.
You get the giggles and you do all that. But also for me, when I'm playing the role and I'm in a scene, I'm actually not Bridie. And so it's probably hard for people to get their head around that. So I don't ever see it. It's not myself with that character.
Yes.
It's like, it's not Bridie yelling at Claire or Leith. It's Leith, it's Tess and Claire, and it's, Nick and Tess. So this thing happens where you transform into a character. And so it's not hard, actually.
It's interesting. Everyone has McLeod's daughter's stories, Bridie. So we have a guy on the text who sent in saying that his cousin married someone with the last name McLeod. 3 daughters. The eldest went on to play lacrosse for Australia at the World Champs and play in the team, and her name was Tess McLeod. I hear so many stories like that, Bridie, or people who were extras on the set, or they had some run-in with. I don't know if you as actors probably appreciate now that it's not here anymore, and this is why we need a reboot, but just what it meant to this city and this state.
No, I do fully know, and I fully comprehend it. And you're right, we do need a reboot. It's kind of ridiculous. And I meet young women whose names are Bridie who are named after me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a pretty big honour, to be named, to name your child after someone because you loved this show so much. I think it's an incredible honour. And, so not only does it sit in my heart, I know McLeod sits in the heart of South Australians as well. And Australia, we are still, this is a phenomenal fact. And this is why I don't understand, just from a business perspective, why a reboot hasn't happened, let alone, we have this, beautiful audience waiting for the reboot. We're still playing to over 200 territories today.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I don't know any other show that's actually doing that. So, yeah, I did say recently to the powers that be, pull your finger out. So I'm thinking we could start a global movement, pull your finger out. Not quite delicate, but
no.
It's sort of straight. It's telling them straight.
Well,
really.
it's what we need. I think it was such an iconic show for such a long time. Reboots are in, so let's do it. Let's get it. Bridie Carter is my guest. Before we let you go, I'm going to finish on a sad note, but an uplifting note too, in a way, Bridie, because the last time, it's so great to see you and hear from you first and foremost, but the last time we saw each other in the flesh was at the end of last year at Rachel Kapani's funeral in Sydney. And as achingly sad as that was, and, because everyone loved Rach and everyone was in love with Rach, there was a moment where I'm standing at the gravesite and I look around and there's you and Simone McKinnon and Michaela and Jess Napier and Sonia Todd and John Jarrett, Inga, Aaron, Luke Jacobs, Zoe, the makeup girls. And I said to Posey Graham Evans, the creator, like, you created this, Posey. Look at this family and this connection that these people have, where you've been on a lot of shows. I'm not sure that happens on other TV shows and other movies, that in a time of grief like that, the family gets back together.
Yeah, we are a family, and losing Rachel, it was like losing a sister, and it really was, because we worked so intensely together, and when Jess said it to me, because I was, and I talked to Lisa about it a lot as well, because I was very, very we were all rocked because it was way too soon, way too young. It was the wrong order of things. She's our baby. She's the youngest. But when we talk about McLeod's and we talk about the show, we think of each other collectively. It's not just Bridie, or it's not just Lisa, or it's not just Jess. It's us. It's the family. And so with one of the family gone, it's not right. Things don't feel right. And that loss will always be there. But, and it will always be a heartbreak.
Yeah.
That's just the way, that is life, and that is McLeod's Daughters.
Yeah, I think as a tribute to Rachel, it would be lovely to have a reboot and to relive a lot of those memories. It's lovely to see you. It's so great to have you on the show. Come back to Adelaide. I'll just randomly drive you up Main North Road if you like, or you want me to take...
That would be super fun. We could do that.
Like the old days, doing all of that. Or if Main North Road was busy, so we had to go Port Wakefield and then cut through.
We did.
Two Wells and all of that area. But it's lovely to see you. Congratulations. 25 years of a remarkable show. Changed a lot of people's lives here in South Australia and Adelaide who got to see it and work and be part of it. So fingers crossed for the reboot, Bridie.
We'll see.
Lovely
Thanks,
to see you. All the best.
You
Take
too.
care. Love to Michael and the kids. That is Bridie Carter, who for a number of years, over 146 episodes from 01 to 06, was the star, was the McLeod's Daughters, or at least one of the daughter, in Tess McLeod Ryan. She, of course, married Nick Ryan towards the end of the show. For those fans who are listening in the audience, that particular house where the wedding took place and the Ryan household is in Mount Pleasant. And that was one of the beauties of the show, that from the property there at Kingsford, just off Kingsford Road, north of Gawler, right through to Mount Pleasant and a number of the towns there. That's what the show was about for such a long time. 25 years ago, this weekend just gone, episode 1 of McLeod's Daughters, August 8, 2001. Bridie Carter, my guest.
Get out of bed with Ned and Sam. That's 5AA Early Breakfast, live from 5 with Ned McHenry and Sam Daddo. Thanks to Peppers, SA-developed truck strength cleaning products, keeping your logistics fleet clean. Search Peppers Truck Strength.
At The Advertiser, our local journalists cover the issues that matter to you, from navigating the cost of living to business, health and education news. Get ahead with the stories that shape your community. We're for Adelaide, we're for you.
Not every conversation stays with you. This one will. Join Stephen Bartlett as he asks the questions and nothing is left unsaid. Search The Diary of a CEO wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time to complete your census. We need to hear from everyone to help plan for Australia's future. If you know where you'll be on census night, Tuesday the 11th of August, you can complete the form for your household as soon as you get your instructions. Complete the census for your household online, by paper, or with help from census staff. Whoever you are, we need to hear from you. Every answer matters. For more on how to complete, visit census.abs.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, Canberra.
Phantom Outdoor Blinds.
What are you doing?
Oh, just writing a jingle for Phantom Screens.
Okay, well, tell them they're up to 12 metres wide, yeah?
Really big.
Tell them they block the wind and the rain.
Blocks the wind.
And blocks sun and insects.
Really shady, and gross things can't get in.
Tell them there's no posts.
Uninterrupted views.
Phantom Outdoor Blinds. Blocks out most things, just not your annoying mates. phantomscreens.com.au.
Well, if you're thinking about buying a new car, time to do it is now during the Agostino Mitsubishi Demo Clearance Sale. Agostino's way overstocked. All demos must go, and there is no time like the present. Go out and get the car you've always been dreaming of. For a lot less, you could drive away in a feature-packed Mitsubishi demo, including the Pajero Sport, the ASX, the Triton, or the Outlander. Take your pick. No shortage of great options. The thing that everyone loves, every demo vehicle, 10-year roadside assistance, 10-year warranty, 10 years cap price servicing, which is outstanding. Agostino Mitsubishi's demo clearance sale on now, but only while stocks last. Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Retirement should be about holidays or buying that better bottle of wine. AFM Wealth Strategy helps people enjoy retirement without the constant fear of running out. Their independent advice shows you how your money can last your lifetime, living well along the way. For a worry-free retirement, you need to plan now. Get in touch with AFM Wealth Strategy, an authorised representative of Independent Financial Advisors Australia, AFSL 464629.
Home shouldn't feel like an obstacle course. Make every day easier with IKEA Storage Solutions, so busy mornings, tired evenings and everything in between are that much smoother. Shop in store or at ikea.com.au.
IKEA.
Hi there, it's Jane Riley. You've heard me speak before about a company in Adelaide providing solutions to support community health in Australia and overseas. That company, of course, is Fusion Clinical Research, but I think sometimes the contribution Fusion makes to our health landscape is overlooked. The committed research being done by the Fusion team is helping bring us closer to cures for many illnesses, and that is something we should all celebrate. Fusion, trusted research, proven results.
5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
4 minutes to 4. Almost time for me to make way. Stephen Rowe will be here very shortly. I just realised. Watch this, Rowie. This is paneling on the fly. That I had changed your microphone. We've had a busy afternoon.
Oh, mate, 2 hours of padding. You're a professional.
Thank you.
You are a pro. Port v Melbourne, we got Jared Rivers. Crows v FIVEAA, got Murray Davis. Socceroos, Awa Mabil. He's coming home to Melbourne City. Boo! We'll speak to him. Crows and Port teams, they'll drop before 6. Taylor Walker's going to play. Australia all out for 198, their lowest ever score versus Bangladesh in a test cricket match. They're our bogey side at the moment. Is it bogey or boogie?
No, bogey.
Bogey?
Boogie's up your nose.
It is too.
Bogey is absolutely...
If you watch the YouTube, the live book stream, apparently I pick my nose a lot and just give it a few boogies across there.
Well, that's worth checking out on Facebook.
I've actually flicked one and landed against Timmy's chin. It was like an oyster sliding down his face. You like that one?
That is revolting. In a word, before you go, Murray Davis. Yes or no? Essendon coach.
Nah, won't get it. They're going to give it to, I think they will. Everyone's talking McVeigh. You know what? They're the sort of club that will go back to James Hird.
Yep.
They just won't be able to resist it.
Well, let's hope Murray gets another chance at some stage because he's been terrific for the Crows.
I think his destiny's been fantastic. But we're going to speak to him about that. How'd you go in the interview? Any curly questions?
Look forward to it. That's coming up from 4 o'clock. Hopefully your phones are working.
Well done, Captain Padding.
Lovely to see you. Stephen Rowe, Tim Geneva on the way. Folks, because of our technical issues, apologies. Here's the good news, though. Tomorrow, 2 family passes to give away to the Royal Show. So be listening from 1 o'clock. We'll do that. And again, I want to thank all of our guests who were on the show today. Those who came in helped me out. So thank you very much for that, including Shannon Hewitt, of course, from Star Discount Chemist. If you're helping your family stay healthy, you got to go to Star Discount Chemist. The catalogue is out now, stardiscountchemist.com.au. See you tomorrow.
Coming up next, Adelaide's only local sports show. It's the very latest in sport, live from Adelaide. Enjoy the crisp, clear digital sounds now with the 5AA Player app. Always streaming, always Adelaide.
Outdoor living is part of the Australian way of life. A quiet coffee in the morning or a backyard barbecue with friends on the weekend. Alpha Industries helps create those spaces to relax and entertain with fully welded verandas, carports, sheds and studios designed to suit your home. The stock take sale is on now, so take a look at our modern curve styles to classic